From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
This episode of News 8 Daily 8 is presented by Downtown Indy.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Tuesday, November 10th. Another warm day on tap, but with it comes some rain later. It'll move in later this afternoon into the evening and night hours. Possibility for some storms, though Randy Ellis doesn't really think that's going to happen. Highs are going to top out in the mid-70s, pushing some more records today. Lilly clears a big step in the fight to control COVID-19. The FDA is giving the Indianapolis-based company's antibody drug approval for emergency use. The drug is designed to help the immune system fight coronavirus. Right now, the FDA says the drug can be used in emergencies to keep a patient with mild symptoms out of the hospital. But this is only temporary approval. Lilly must submit additional research that describes the drug's safety and benefit for patients. The virus has killed more than 238,000 Americans. Lilly has signed an agreement with the government to spend $375 million to buy 300,000 vials of the drug. It's unclear how many doses that would provide. Normally, the FDA requires evidence to show the drug is safe and effective, but during a public health emergency, the agency can lower those standards and require only experimental treatments. And we have reached another new high of COVID-19 hospitalizations. The state health department reports 2,174 people are in the hospital. That's up more than 100 people from yesterday's report. Health officials confirm 4,200 new cases. In all, 214,509 people across Indiana have tested positive. Another 34 deaths have been reported. 4,418 deaths statewide are now linked to the pandemic. Center Grove Middle and High School students will not have school today as teachers prepare to transition to hybrid learning. Center Grove Community School Corporation is the latest district in Johnson County to make the switch after a jump in COVID-19 cases. Tomorrow is an e-learning day for grades 6 through 12. The students move to a hybrid model on Thursday. Right now, there are no changes for elementary school students. Since Saturday, the corporation reported 13 positive cases, exposing more than 80 high school and middle school students. And while some colleges are requiring COVID-19 testing before clearing students to go home for the holidays, many are not. IU, Purdue, Ball State, Butler, Marion, and IUPUI are not mandating exit tests. Most of the schools are encouraging tests, even if they're not requiring them. IU is offering free departure testing starting next week. In South Bend, Notre Dame is mandating exit testing. School leaders cite Saturday's student rush of the football field as one reason for that extra step. President-elect Joe Biden plans to defend the Affordable Care Act today. Biden is putting a high importance on health care as he prepares to take office. Under his plan, Biden plans to build on the law allowing more people to opt in. Biden's speech comes the same day the law goes before the Supreme Court in a case that could overturn it. Yes, the justices, including the newly appointed Amy Coney Barrett, begin hearing arguments today. The question is whether the court will overturn the Obama-era healthcare law, remove part of it, or let the ACA stand. A decision against the Affordable Care Act could disrupt health insurance for more than 20 million people who have it in the midst of a pandemic. And at this point, if repealed entirely or part of it removed, it's not clear what health care programs would replace it. Kosali Simon is a professor in public and environmental affairs at Indiana University and says this decision from the court will be focused on the Affordable Care Act individual mandate.
The Affordable Care Act affects Medicare, it affects all private health insurance, it affects Medicaid. And so it's really not just about who has affordable health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. It's about the way we all receive our health care.
In 2017, Congress changed that individual mandate, which is the financial penalty for not having health insurance, to zero. In 2012, the mandate to have health insurance was ruled legal because it was viewed as a tax. But if that tax is zero, aka nothing, Republican attorneys general in 18 states, including Indiana, argue that the law becomes unconstitutional. Still, since the penalty for not having health insurance was essentially removed, Americans have continued to use the ACA, and Democrats argue the law still stands without the mandate. One of the biggest concerns with the court ruling invalidating the entire law is the coverage of pre-existing conditions, which both Republicans and Democrats say they still want covered. Political science experts say there are a few possible outcomes here. Here's UND's political science professor, Laura Wilson.
Quite possible it could be stricken entirely. It's possible it could be smaller components through the severability. And watching this is really important because we're talking about an estimated 20 million Americans and their health insurance.
A lot of focus is on the makeup of the Supreme Court. The majority of the justices were appointed by Republican presidents, including most recently Amy Coney Barrett. So a lot of people are wondering what that means for this decision. The oral arguments begin today, and the professors say we could have answers in this case, whether the ACA stays, changes, or goes in just a few months.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lilly Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lilly Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
A top Trump administration insider with Indiana connections is stepping down. Richard Pilger is the director of the Election Crimes Branch of the Justice Department. In a resignation email, he specifically refers to the new directive from the Attorney General William Barr, telling prosecutors to look into any substantial claims of voter irregularities. Pilger contends Barr's move runs counter to 40 years of policy aimed at keeping the Justice Department out of party politics. Pilger is an IU law school grad. Indianapolis is bracing for a decision in a controversial police shooting. IMPD says a grand jury announcement could come this week in the Drejan Reed case. Police shot Reed in May after a chase that Reed streamed on Facebook Live. Officers say Reed fired first. Reed's family disagrees. The grand jury will decide whether the officer who fired should face any criminal charges. We spoke with former Marion County prosecutor Carl Brizzi. He says evidence should paint a clear picture of what actually happened that day. IMPD leaders say they're preparing for any kind of reaction and are calling for any protests to remain peaceful. The department says it is sharing its response plans with downtown businesses. Today, a new and improved Indianapolis Park opens. Sandorf Park is just southeast of downtown at Dawson and Calhoun. The Parks Department gave it a major makeover. It has a new playground, a youth fitness course, a musical sensory plaza, and a court marked for basketball, volleyball, pickleball, and other sports. City leaders plan to cut the ribbon on the park this morning at 10 o'clock, so right around the corner. And out of your business headlines, despite COVID-19 concerns, more than half, 56% of Americans still intend to travel this Thanksgiving. TripAdvisor says Florida and Arizona are the top destinations. And some who are traveling say they'll stay in hotels so they don't mix with family and friends as much. And that is much less than normal when we're talking about the number of people traveling. And General Motors will hire 3,000 new employees to work in tech. The new hires will come from engineering, design, and IT fields and work in self-driving and zero-emission vehicles. The workers will be remote, so they can work from anywhere in the country. Simon, the luxury mall operator, reported disappointing earnings after an earlier surge in its shares on optimism about the end of the pandemic. It's not surprising that business is way down. Simon is, like many other companies, deeply affected by pandemic-related shutdowns and business interruptions. CEO David Simon says he believes malls are being treated unfairly during the crisis. Theater chains like AMC and Cinemark soared Monday on positive vaccine news. A vaccine means the theaters could reopen nationally again. The movie theater chains have been teetering on bankruptcy. The FDA authorized using the Apple Watch to help relieve nightmares associated with post-traumatic stress disorder for a better night's rest. The newly authorized prescription-based device is called Nightwear, and through the Apple Watch uses data on body movement and heart rate during sleep to create a sleep profile per the release. When Nightwear detects a nightmare based on its analysis, it releases gentle vibrations to arouse but not awaken the wearer. Another honor for Indianapolis International Airport. A trade group has awarded it the Airport Health Accreditation for protecting passengers and workers during the pandemic. The airport has new signs, floor markings, plexiglass barriers, and deep cleaning protocols. Indianapolis is one of 8 airports across the country to get the healthy designation. Leaders are hoping it will ease the fears of people reluctant to travel over the holidays. And the Indianapolis Zoo is asking for your help to win a national award. It's again a contender for the best zoo lights from USA Today. The zoo has finished in the top 5 3 times. You can vote once a day through December 7th. The paper will reveal the winner December 18th. The display Christmas at the Zoo opens November 21st and runs through December 30th. And the Colts will be back on the practice field today with limited time to prepare for Thursday's game. The road game against the Tennessee Titans will be the first of 2 meetings for the teams in 17 days. First place in the AFC South is on the line.
There's no doubt it's a huge game. We win it, we're tie for the lead in our division. At 6-3, and with a win over the team that we're tied with, if we can pull that off. So we know it's another good football team. A team that knows how to win games. That's what we really need to do. We need to prove that we can win these kind of games against tough teams.
And don't forget to switch to Wish TV immediately following Thursday night's game for the Real Mechanical postgame show. We'll have live reaction from head coach Frank Reich and Phillip Rivers. And finally, I want to let you know that Wish TV is teaming up with Second Helpings for the Great Pasta Push. Each year, Second Helpings prepares more than 1.5 million nutritious meals for Hoosiers in need. They use more than 1,000 pounds of pasta each week, but don't get much of it donated. We're asking for your help to fill their shelves this fall. To get involved, you can donate money or drop off pasta. We have all of the information on how to get involved at wishtv.com/pasta. For every $5 donated, Second Helpings can feed a family of 4. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This episode of News 8 Daily 8 is presented by Downtown Indy.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.